on between Nishesh Basavareddy versus Novak Djokovic. Uh, there's going to be a trend-setting thing that is happening. I've said this enough in my previous videos. There is a huge rise in tennis in India that has happened. Uh, what do you say, but Nishesh Basavareddy is from India? Yes, he is an Indian migrated to UK, I mean US. He is, he is representing US. But that doesn't mean that, we cannot take pride of him. It is definitely, as I said earlier, it's not about, whom you represent, but as I definitely could see a lot of, these migrated Indians going to represent various different sports and be at top. Is it good for India, bad for India? I don't know. It's high time that Indian governments should start looking at, how do you hold on to these guys? How do you, get the medal winners representing India? That's something that they will have to look at. But I am so proud of it because not just this, there are good rise of Indian tennis, I would say, especially from a women's standpoint. There are so many girls who are doing really really well in India. At this time, at this point, Basavareddy has won the first set, and he's kind of leading. Is getting into the breaking serve of Djokovic at this time. But I would honestly say, I'm not sure if Djokovic is going to leave this game because he has this tendency, or he has this uh, knack of doing it. He gives that. Recent times, if you actually see, he is actually gifting two sets and then coming back and winning the remaining three sets because he has that endurance. Just will have to look at and see if really Nishesh has the endurance to go ahead and win the next, win the first three sets. If he is letting this game to drift uh, till fourth or fifth test, I mean sets, it's going to be tough on Nishesh. But definitely this guy is a future. This guy is someone who's gonna win a lot of medals in a lot of slams in future for sure. Something that we have never seen is like Djokovic getting really really upset, and that's what is happening here. He lost his serve in the second set as well. Now it's 6-4 to Nishesh and 3-2 in the second set. So as I said, this match, you know, uh, I don't know. I'm still, hopeful Nishesh wins, but knowing what Novak can do, I'm sure he's going to come back. He, as I said, even recently had, reviewed one of the game, and that's his style now. Giving off those first two sets and then coming back and winning it by strong. Just making the opponent tired and winning it is kind of a style of him now in recent years that I've seen. Uh, but then, as I said, the rise of Indian stars is from the girls as well. uh, there are a lot of female stars who's doing really really well. One is recent time I've seen an Maya Rajeshwaran, if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure about the second name, but Maya, who's a part of Rafael Nadal's academy. She has just won her ITF 3000 junior title, so which is again a great thing to happen in Indian tennis. I'm so happy. I'm a cricket coach, but I'm recently I have applied for an LTA level one tennis coach as well, because I'm pursuing my kids, my daughters into sports, into tennis as well. And yeah, definitely Rafael Nadal Academy is one of the academy that we are looking at. Once she turns 12, we would be pushing her, or probably putting her into that academy is what, one of my dream. And if that comes true, it's going to be really good for her. On the other hand, I feel Basava is actually having issues with the serve is something that we need to look at. there is a net cord which has been discussed. Uh, Great to see some good numbers coming up. Only thing that we see from India is that, you know, how much of these focus are on singles is something that we need to look at, because any player who comes in, who jumps in to start playing singles, once he reaches a particular situation, he or she moves into the doubles. Yes, it is, you know, tennis involves a lot of money, a lot of spendings. I know, as now as a parent and a coach, I could feel why are these guys jumping into doubles. Yes, uh, it doesn't mean doubles is less competitive, but then you could at least share what's happening, right? So it is important. It is really, 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 you know, important to see or know how much of singles you can play. Now Sumit is really doing well. Sumit has lost the Australian Open, but yes, it is good to see him, you know, reaching every single slams these days. He is somewhere below 100, but it would be great to see him coming below 80, below 70 or a 50. It would be great to see that happening, but yeah, it's a long way to go. If he starts winning first round of these slams, it's very important. It is also to do with, you know, your luck in the draw. You know, when you get a good draw or a good, uh, you know, that is also going to work for you. But now, you know, Djokovic is kind of is pissed off with what's happening. The luck is not going to his advantage. A lot of nets, you know, touching the nets and coming in here. A lot of close call which is going out for Djokovic currently. So, but as I said, I don't know. I'm pretty skeptical or still doubtful that Djokovic would leave this, because he would play on the endurance part of Nishesh, because that's where he is very, very, very strong. He would just can easily kill your opponent with dragging the set to fifth set. So that's where he is really good, and I'm sure if this goes, see, if you can see the way how Djokovic is winning a game and the way how Basavareddy is winning a game. Basavareddy has to play, drag, get into deuce and then win a game. But whereas Djokovic is there just doing 4 to 5 serves and is done with that game of his. So he is literally saving his energy. He's literally had made his mind that, you know, he's gonna take this too deep, and then gonna make Basavareddy earn his win. And on the other hand, it is very good to see Andy Murray joining uh, Djokovic's team. I'm kind of, you know, having a feel that Djokovic is trying to enjoy his tennis, remaining part of his tennis, because he has now seen pairing up with Kyrgios uh, for doubles games as well. So that's really good to see, because you won't see these iconic players coming back and playing doubles, which is quite a shocking thing. Because even recently, as I saw a video where why the doubles are going down, why these highly rated players, or the top 10 or top 20 players of singles are not playing doubles, is the reason why the fall of doubles is happening. Early those days, McEnroe and you know, all these legends, when they were there, even when they were winning singles grand slams, they were also focusing on the doubles. But these days that is not happening. I feel Djokovic could be lengthening his career, playing a few more doubles games. It, again, as I said, it doesn't mean that doubles is much easier, but then for sure, it's a bit more stress less, I would say. Your In terms of your strength, or the game is completely different. You know, the uh, in singles it's a completely different strategies, different sort of gameplay that you will have. But in doubles it is completely different. You can't play the same way. How you play in a singles can be played in doubles as well. So it's very important. I hope to see a lot more singles top 10, top 20 players playing doubles as well. uh, and on the other hand, I don't know why all these uh, international tennis federation is not focusing on doubles. And the prize money of singles is just mind blowing. You will get, you'll be fainted to know what is the prize money. But whereas if you see in the doubles categories, I feel that is way down. If you compare it with the singles, and if you look at mixed doubles, it is even more worst. So those are the areas. If I'm sure, if the ITF works, uh, probably we would see doubles going up as well. Because I've remember watching Leander Paes, Mahesh Bhupati at his peak, Brian Brothers at their peak, was just unbelievable game. You would see them, the way that they are winning games was simply outstanding. You would just love uh, the pace in which the game is played is unexplainable, I would say. Which is the same in case if you see badminton as well. Badminton singles, yes, the rallies would be longer and stuff, but whereas the pace of a doubles game is completely different. As in a viewer, your energy level will be so high throughout the game. That's what I felt for every doubles game. So it would be good if ITF looks into doubles games as well, or give more considerations for the doubles game. And at the same time, I would want ITA, which is the Indian tennis International Tennis Federation, to look, or association, to look into uh, grooming these youngsters into more of a singles players as well, and not letting these guys slip off and go ahead and representing other countries. I mean, still okay. I would still see tennis. It's only during the Olympics, or an Asian Games, or an Commonwealth Games, or only on these grand events where you would represent a country and then play. Otherwise, it is all individual. But still, you can always be proud of what's who is coming from your country, right? So it's a good thing. As I said, as I'm speaking now, uh, you know, Nishesh is kind of losing his cool as well, and literally, as all his games, his serving games is going into dues and then dragging it there. But whereas Djokovic's game is just finishing on in by his serve itself, 40 love or a 40-15. This is the second or third in a row where, oh, there is a break. Djokovic has won it, and he is furious. He's just shouting his lungs out. As I said, it's not about this particular game. Nishesh winning this or not, he's gonna be, he's gonna be ruling the next few years. I'm sure he would break into top 50. He's somewhere at 80 or something, if I'm not wrong. His rankings, he would be definitely coming into top 20 or top 30 for sure by end of this year. And this game would definitely help him. This particular match would definitely help him to reach that position. It's always the confidence that you get when you play the top notch players. And how did you respond to those games? This is very important in terms of your career progression. So let's see how is this ending. Uh, hopefully, I would love to see this going into the fifth set, by which we can also look at the endurance that this kid has got at just 19. Oh, at just 19, it is going to be very good, and you know helpful as well for him. This particular match would definitely help him to perform much better in the future as well. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Let's see what's happening. And the same doubles for Indian contingents, Australian Open singles, Sumit has gone out. But whereas there are a lot of doubles pairs which is there, and I'm sure last year uh, Bopana has won along with Eden. So this year also, I feel one of the Indian superstars, or one of the, not just one, probably two, could reach the finals and be the winners and runners. Let's see. Finishing off here, நல்லா இருப்போம், நல்லா இருப்போம், எல்லாரும் நல்லா இருப்போம். Bye bye.